Hey, Forrest, welcome to Garden Line.
Hey, Skip. Good to talk to you again, as always. I had a question about the asparagus that I've planted. I read when I was doing this initially that you got to wait 2 years before you can actually harvest it. And so one row that I planted will be coming up 2 years this coming spring. And these plants are really growing tall and bushy. And I'm just kind of wondering, do I just allow them to continue to get tall and bushy and then cut them back in the winter? Or how do you propose that I care for them coming up?
Yeah, asparagus, what it's all about is we're getting it to grow a strong plant and store lots of carbohydrates in its underground structures. And when you do that, then in spring, you've got all this energy where it's sending up fat new asparagus shoots for you to harvest. And as you harvest them, the plant gets weaker and weaker because it's using stored energy and you keep cutting it off. And once it gets down to about pencil size, we quit harvesting them and let it come back and replenish its reserve. So that's the process. One reason we say 2 years is because it takes a while to do that. Now, we're pretty far south for asparagus. You can grow it here, but our winters are not that cold where it goes fully dormant. And so sometimes it's better just to cut all that ferny growth on top back as we get into midwinter, and then you'll get your asparagus season after that. In the meantime, in this heat and drought and conditions like that, you got to keep it moist because you want to keep it healthy, because the weaker the plant gets, the less carbohydrate storage will be done, and therefore the less harvest you're going to get when you start harvesting.
Okay, and then do I just continue to fertilize on a regular basis?
Yeah, periodic basis based on what you already have in your soil. You know, the nutrient content. If the asparagus is vigorous and growing and healthy, probably good to go. If you're using compost around it and working it in, well, that's taking care of a lot of the nutrition for you too. But a little bit of fertilizer, especially the nitrogen end. You know, I would say like something that's good for the lawn would be good for asparagus, because you're mainly pushing some vigor and growth to get those ferny leaves up there in the sunlight. But Nelson has a vegetable mix that's also very good. It's their vegetable. It comes in little jars.